So I'm just gonna fix things real quick. Ta-da! Okay. Whoa, sorry about that. Didn't realize certain things were gonna be so bright. Welcome to one of my new sets, yay! So yeah, you're gonna be chilling with me in this space. I guess I should sit here to block the freaking rays of the other one. But yeah, you can see some of the tie-dyes behind me now. Woohoo! That's so exciting. I should actually pull some more over so you can see those. So let me do that real quick. But yeah, this is going to be pretty much a new setup so that I can do like the whatnot stuff as well as the YouTube stuff. How exciting is that? So, hi. Thank you for joining me. I so appreciate you. What's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dane. And I'm so blessed to have you here. I'm so excited to have you here. But what we're about to talk about is not exciting. It's disturbing. It is upsetting. And I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I try and stay away from this stuff. And I should have just done so. But me heart. Me hearty. I just can't, y'all. I cannot. Oh, okay. But first, the tie dyes. How cool are these? That's all right. I guess we'll leave them there for safety reasons. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll have to just leave the toy toys. That's all right. Do hit the like if you haven't already. I have missed you guys. I know it's weird when I go from streaming to making videos back to streaming. I know it's like some of you prefer the streams, some of you prefer the videos. That's all right. Don't forget, do like, sub, hit the bell if you haven't already. Check me out on my socials like Twitch, Damn Daisy Plays, Insta, Snap, TikTok, all modmaggieart, as well as Insta for my artwork, Dame Bonbon Daisy Arts, and whatnot, of course, which is where you can buy the awesome tie-dyes and the awesome paintings, which don't worry, there's so much more now, since it is like a set kind of curated around not just YouTube, but the artwork and things like that as well. It's amazing. I'm very excited about that. I feel like proper now, I think. And I just hope that, you know, we can do some sales for good and help people out and help charity and just support how we can, you know? So if you want to support, you can do so by checking the links in my description down below. Oh, thank you so much. Happy birthday, by the way. Everyone say happy birthday to Cal. We all love Cal. Happy birthday. I hope you had a really good one. I saw the post by Reach. It was so sweet. I was like, oh my goodness, I loved it. But yeah, you guys can check out my membership links down below. You know, Cal's been a member for like over 36 months. How crazy is this? That's so amazing. And you can get the membership for as low as $2 holla. So do that, okay? You should totally do that if you would like to, if you're able. Please, that would be amazing. So today I wanted to focus on and go over this whole 8 passengers thing. I'll have to show you a couple more pieces and then we'll get to it. If you're wondering about this amazing outfit, thank you for one. And for two, it is actually this company brand called Darker Wops. And it's very like post-apocalyptic. I just love it. Of course I do. It's very amazing. It's just amazing. So I've been focusing on like things for Jules for school and such, but when there is like that little bit of extra donations or like that moment where I can get a piece, oh my goodness, you guys, it's so cool. I just really think it's really neat. And I like fashion that's different. And it's funny because people are like, you just dress different or you're just different. And I'm like, yeah, I could never exist in the world just dressing like everybody else. I just couldn't imagine. But enough about me. Let us go on about this 8 passengers and what disgusting, disturbing stuff has come out about this today, y'all. Because I thought I was just going to tell you like the intro to what's going on, but they had court today, and I wish they didn't have court today, and I wish they didn't say the things they said, because holy crap, Ruby, foul ball. Like, foul ball, dude. Foul ball, dude. Okay. I understand that a lot of the American public does not understand how court proceedings go, because many y'all are very good people, and that's good. You should be good. You should be good. But for those of you who don't know how the court proceedings go, there's a time and place. That's the theme, okay? Time and place, girl. Time and place. Because this was meant to be about Ruby, but this girl said some words, okay? Y'all are not even gonna believe the words that came out of this woman's mouth. I am like sick to my stomach. I feel like repulsed. I'm sorry that you even have to hear it or that, you know, be made aware of this circumstance. But these are creators on our platform that destroys the community, and it's not fair to the creators out here busting their cojones trying to do it right, building a genuine audience. Ugh, it's so frustrating. It really is. It affects all of us. So the YouTube community is dealing with another controversy, which Lord knows they didn't need it. And it's another mommy vlogger. These darn mommy vloggers. Y'all, listen, I get it. Your babies are cute. Your babies are your world. But you can keep them off your social media. How about that? You can keep them off your channels. How about that? Like, how often have you seen the king? Think about it. Really think about it. Maybe once, twice. That's it. You get to see sneak little tiny peeks. There is absolutely no way that I'm giving up my son's privacy for what, clicks and views? How did it's so disturbing. Like, she acts like she's some selfless person. That's selfish, boo-boo. That's selfish. Like, you're doing that clearly to make money, which you enjoyed. It's so messed up. I just could never. Whew, y'all. I'm warning you, okay? It's a wild one. So we are living in a time where people can no longer hide who they are. We're living in a time where people will be able to just show who they really are. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. So this has been great, in terms of the people who suck. It really has, for us, the ones who are good and just behaving, yes, Lord. But the ones who aren't, it's fun for us, right? The ones who are being exposed, it's fun for us because we're like, I knew that person, something didn't feel right, or my spidey sense was tingling and it just didn't feel right, right? All those people, they expose them dang selves. You don't even have to do it. YouTube channels don't even have to bother, right? Like, they will do it themselves. Don't worry about this, okay? It's wild to me, but many of you have likely already heard of the channel 8 Passengers by now, okay? And this was run by self-appointed mother matriarch Ruby Franke, and Ruby has been charged, officially, okay, charged, like actually charged, with 6 counts. Ooh, 6 counts, y'all. Ooh, girl, of CA. And yes, I'm sorry, we have to do the little code words and things like that, but it is what it is, okay? Sorry, I'm just gonna try and brighten me little halo up. Because I went for like more of a grungy look, but I didn't mean for it to come out so goth and like, rrr. Does it look aggressive? I apologize for that. Let me go on. So, the channel 8 Passengers, run by this Ruby, police found one of the minis, okay, malnourished and covered in the boo-boos. Covered in the boo-boos, okay? Oh, I love Ontario. But, y'all, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. I don't want any child to ever have to go through any type of pain or suffering. It really, like, that one hits me and me heart, okay? And it should. If the world wasn't so desensitized, it would hit more people in the heart. But everybody's so dang desensitized that they're like, oh, these people are actively doing what to the children? Doesn't bother me. Not in my life. Well, it should bother you. Nobody should, it's disturbing. And this is while they're on camera. And imagine while they're off camera. If they're so horrendous on camera, I would be so fearful to see them off the camera, y'all. So they're also in Utah, which, there's good people everywhere, and there's bad people everywhere. And some of them exist in Utah, okay? Because some people think that would say a lot about Ruby. I don't judge. Good people, bad people everywhere. Ruby is notorious for ruling over her family with an iron fist. And any remaining privacy or autonomy that they once had is gone. It's out the window. Bye-bye, okay? And I think this is partially because they are guided by a strict faith. And listen, y'all, most of y'all know who have been here a minute. I've been to every church. I've been to all types of churches, every type of, religion you can think of. I've been to their church. I've been to a Mormon church. I've been to a Baptist church. I've been to a Christian church. I've been to a Catholic church. I've been to all the churches, okay? Because when I was younger, I was told that I could seek God for myself, that I would make up my mind, that my mother was not here to force that on me, but that it was an opportunity of my own to discover my own spirituality. It wasn't forced upon me, which I think makes a big difference. Because when you force religion and faith on younger children, it will just force them away from it, right? Or it will cause them to not go through certain things in their life, or not have certain experiences, and then they don't understand a lick about the world. No sense of street smarts at all, you know? So let's go on. Many of you may know, again, as I stated, that I feel religion can be a positive thing. I think that it can be a great way to give people a sense of morals, a great way to have a moral compass, a great way to really, and the thing is it's such a personal thing, right? It's such a personal thing. It's a means by which to look at your life and say, am I living righteously? Am I living right, right? Okay, so they have this big thing about the truth. We're going to get into that as well. It is madness to me, but it does give me Lori Vallow vibes. I know many are saying it, but I'm going to say it too. This is as if someone had a faith, right? Had spirituality, but they fell into it like a rabbit hole. You know how some of us fall into rabbit holes and we like exploring theories and things like that, right? Well, this was a rabbit hole of faith and religion, and ooh, it did her no good. It did her no good. She could not claw herself up them sides. She didn't find any other route. The tunnel was anywhere just down. It was just down, right? That's where it went for her. And that's unfortunate. It's really hard to watch someone unravel right before your eyes. And to know that no one's doing anything about it. It's really hard to especially watch someone unravel so publicly, whether it be on a reality show or, you know, even if it's contrived. It's uncomfortable. It's awkward. It's, ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable, right? But that's what this was. This is this woman just unraveling. Franke is by no means, she's just not a Lori Vallow. Obviously, it's not that extreme, but she is as disturbing, okay? And I think she is as far into the faith. And it's unfortunate that some take it to that extreme. It's unfortunate that it's going to happen, but it does happen. So we all know that our loving God would not approve of such actions. I will say that. Like, come on now. God would be like, girl. So here we go. To be honest, I'm surprised that, God hasn't wiped the slate clean once again, just saying. Franke used their extreme faith as an excuse to act selfishly. That's facts right there. They used their extreme faith to act selfishly. Why? How could that be? Because they were making that money, honey. Exactly. Because they were getting them good monies. Like, she was totally fine with exploiting her children. And I don't mean to, like, smile, giggle, or laugh. It just really does make me so uncomfortable that someone could be so horrible and get millions of followers. And that should tell us something right there. If the biggest channels out there are not doing good and they've got millions of followers, enough said. Mic drop. Let me just walk out the room. We're done here. Like, just consider that. I'm not saying all big channels are the worst, but a lot of them are not who they present themselves to be. That's all. Okay, moving along. Yeah, it was selfish of her. She was living selfishly. And, y'all, she was reported to leave her kids home alone on multiple occasions. These are 10-year-olds. These are, not even teenagers. I could not fathom. The only reason why I was ever left home at my house was because my older siblings were there and they were old enough to babysit. That's the only reason why I would have ever been left at home. I usually went because I still am. Me and my mom, we real tight. So I always went along anyways. But just saying, how do you leave a 10-year-old home alone? So it's to the point where her own daughter has spoken out due to these actions and said that they're very glad that their siblings are finally getting help. And I want y'all to think about this for a minute. There's 6 of those kids, okay? 6, right? It's called 8 passengers because there was the 2 parents, Ruby, and this dude. What's his name? Frank. What's his name? It doesn't really matter. Kevin. I'm going to say it because he's a freaking butthole. And he's just as guilty, okay? That's why I'm going to say his name. That's why I'm going to make a point to say his name is Kevin and he's a butthole, okay? And we'll get there. But we have to consider that out of these 6 kids, it took all the way to the 2 youngest for someone to run and get help. It took all the way. Imagine the strength of this child, for one, okay? Imagine how much strength that must have taken to know that this is it for him. Like, he's not just going back home after this. There's something in him that had to have known the choice I'm making right now is bigger than myself. I'm saving my siblings. We're getting out of here. Like, that is what it is. You have to know that. And to know that the older couple siblings couldn't do it because they were scared, because they were so afraid, and this little whippersnapper chose to be the one to say, no, 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 you can't treat us like this. That's amazing. That's amazing. That is like the Lord's blessing to me. Like, how crazy is that? That it took almost four kids for one to be like, hey, y'all, we're obviously being treated horribly. We need help. What a little hero, okay? And keep that in the back of your mind as I go into what we're going to talk about with court today, because it's disgusting and the tummy aches. I apologize, but I can't, like, I cannot. So, Sherry Franke has spoken out about Connections, which is a self-help group, which is what Frankie, or what Frank's, whatever. And Jody, we're going to get into this Jody friend. Ugh. So it's parents who want to live in the truth, but they truly take it to another level alongside her friend, which is the Jody chick. Remember, I just said her, who is, some have called an extremist, and also charged with these accounts, okay? They're also charged with CA, which is what? As a mother, the absolute worst thing you could be charged with. Give me a DUI any day. I am not taking a CA charge. Heck no. To heck no. No way. First of all, I would never put my child in danger. Second of all, he is my life, love, and forevermore. Like, I just can't fathom. As a mother, that should be the most horrific thing to happen in your life. For real. Like, for real. I feel like that would be the worst. The worst of the worst. So Frankie and Jody say that you must love the truth more than your own kids. That's how sick these people are, you selfish women. Loving the truth means loving themselves over their kids. That's gross. You're gross. You're in this position for a reason. Y'all got yourselves there. Blech. That's selfish. Y'all are crazy. So Jody has had people speak out saying how she has essentially sabotaged their lives. Whether that's true or not, take it with a grain of salt, do your own research, look into it, okay? But what they're really saying here is that these two are too self-serving, that these two are too selfish to care about their own kids. This mother put one of the children on a beanbag for months. My back hurts after one day of sleeping on a beanbag, okay? Imagine months on a beanbag. Got no room, got no bed. They were forced to sleep in the living room. Ugh. So uncomfortable. Children need privacy. They need space. They need a room of their own. They need somewhere to go. They need to feel safe. None of this was permitted. That's really sad. That's like what they need to thrive. Obviously, she doesn't know that and didn't know that because you didn't give that to them. Ugh. So, yeah, the internet viewers watched on for years as the Frankie has become more unhinged and fallen deeper into this cult-like mindset, and that is what it is. The saddest part is that they were always this way, but it got worse and worse over time. That, yes, there was always that inkling in the background of this is the type of person they are, but over time it just shined through more and more of their true personality, who they truly are. So in a vlog in the past, she claimed that she didn't want any morals or values to come between herself or her children. She would never want her home divided. She would always want her children to be able to come home to dinner. Where are your kids? Where are your kids, Ruby? They ain't coming home for dinner, and neither are you. That's messed up. That's really messed up. Could you all imagine having a child and not having them home for dinner? Like, what? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I cannot fathom. It is devastating to listen to the daughter and her struggle and how she struggled with herself and her faith and her understanding that this was too far. It was too much. Girl was going way too hard on that. Like, it's so sad because she wanted God in her life. She wanted the faith, but she knew that God would not approve. And she clearly sensed that it was wrong. She wasn't sure where to draw the line between life coaching and gospel. And there it is. Life coaching and gospel. You have no ability to coach anyone else's life, not even your own. How do you think that you can go around telling people how to live when, for one, you just got 6 CA charges on you, boo boo, and for two, you got no degree in it? But her friend Jody seemed to, right? Jody has a degree, right? Right, Jody? Don't you have a degree in it, Jody? Life coaching. Oh, wait, you don't get a degree in life coaching. That's weird. That's just so weird, right? Because literally anyone could be a life coach. They just have to be like, I have life experience. Okay, boo boo. Whoa. And second of all, don't get a life coach, y'all. Come on. Sorry. I just feel like it's such a, could be a scam, okay? So it's heartbreaking, again, hearing the struggle of her not wanting to disrespect her parents who disrespected her every day of her life. This is the daughter. She didn't want to hurt the people that hurt her every day of her existence. She didn't want to turn her back on the people that never faced her in the first place. Y'all, that blows me mind. How selfless. How amazing is their daughter? How amazing was their son to be able to go and get help and for the daughter to understand this ain't right. And she's literally separated herself from the family. She said that when she would go there, she felt spiritually depleted. Ugh. Okay, don't worry. I have a bit more time, but we got to go into the new stuff, okay? Oh, and then I got to go save the king. Exactly. Some will never get it. That's so sad. Okay, so, whoo, lordy. It just gets wilder. People think that these people are such great mentors, but this is not true. I'm so grateful that their daughter Shira had found proper mentors and that she found a home where she felt safe, because children need to feel safe. That's why there's nature versus nurture. That's why environment counts. That's why CPS is supposed to be a thing, is to make sure that you're not malnourished or being mistreated by your own family. She claims that she set upon her path of pulling away, and that luckily for her, it wasn't like a big explosion. It wasn't a big deal. Sherry goes on to explain that she wishes she could comfort her younger self. Listen to that. Oh, if that's not a powerful statement. She wishes she could comfort her younger self because she shouldn't have gone through what she did. How beautiful is that, y'all? Seriously, what a smart kid. What a smart kid. She prayed for empathy. She prayed for understanding. She prayed to fix herself when there was nothing wrong. The Lord doesn't think that you are broken or imperfect or any of this. The Lord loves you as you are. And to say that, oh my gosh, you have to go about fixing all this and that and da-da-da, that's just not so. God loves you in your moment, no matter what you're going through, no matter what your life is like. That's God. God doesn't turn his back on you like your family could never face you, right? Like, that would never happen. The Father is an all-loving being, and that's why they call him the Father. Like, duh. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So, as for living online, she felt like she knew that it was a job and this is what paid for their vacations. But she did understand that it felt violating, that she would read the comments a lot. And for a young mind, yes, exactly. For a young mind that's so toxic, you guys, as an adult, sometimes the comments weigh on my soul. And it's hard to admit that, but it's true. As an adult, sometimes I do get hurt by the rude things people say. And I can only imagine what a child must have felt like reading millions of comments about their body or their aging or such delicate subjects. It's just wild. So the truth is, we're finally seeing what their family is really like and what living online and forcing your child's involvement can do to these children. This is the first wave of young influencers who have grown up and can talk to us about their experience. One that comes to mind is Leah Marie Johnson. Oh, this poor girl. She blew up on a YouTube series called Kids React. And this is another person who we just watched spiral. It was the most tragic thing, okay? And no one could have predicted just what would happen next. They started doing awkward Instagram streams where they were incapacitated. It was weird, y'all. Because of her stardom at such a young age, it changed the projection of her whole life. Projection. Yeah, projection. Yes. I was just trying to make sure it was the right one. Okay, police. So she basically, people were calling the police for them. People were saying she's spiraling. So when it was at their worst, we would find Leah on Instagram struggling to stay sober and being manhandled by a grown man. Like, what the fuck? Y'all. Disgusting, disturbing. Anyways, thank God Sherry did not have to endure such pain. Thank God. Ruby Franks display signs low self-esteem and entitlement. These traits alone could have caused her to become more radicalized when it comes to religion and spirituality. Because there are sick people out there, Jody cough Jody, Jody cough cough Jody, who will prey on people when they're vulnerable and seeking. Ugh. The worst. Ugh. It's like preying on someone who's struggling with affliction. Y'all gross. So nasty. Her channel of over 2 million views and 2 million viewers. Oh, it was clear, you guys, that they had made good money. But at what expense? At what expense? All right, so now let's get to court before I vomit in my mouth hole. Because this is the newest of new stuff. I've got a little bit longer, and then I'll let you go about your day. But thank you guys so much for spending a bit of time with me. Thanks for peeking at the goods. I really do appreciate that. And for those of you who aren't looking at the screen right now, we're talking about my clothes and the paintings, okay? Okay. So one of her 6 kids, this is what happened today from court. Apparently, Ruby blurted out in court, okay? Time and place, y'all, time and place. And this is what I mean by most Americans don't know how the court system works, because time and place. We were there to talk about you, Ruby, not your kids, you freaking weirdo. Court says one of her 6 kids had SA'd a person, okay? Sorry about the code words, but we have to use them. What? Pardon me, what? First of all, Ruby, sweetheart, darling, oof. Who is your lawyer? Fire them. Fire them. Immediately. What are you doing? You just self-sabotage. She just right in the foot. Hi, thank you for joining me. She kaploied herself right in the foot. Girl. Okay. Ugh. So bad. It gets so bad, y'all. She said that this child had been SAing, okay, one of the siblings and other kids in town. They said it got up to 20 kids in the town, okay? They said that this child must be kept away from others. I feel so sick in my stomach right now. This child should be kept away from others? Why is that? Why is that? First of all, what? Huh? What did you just say about a kid in your your kid? Oh, okay. What? All right. So they claimed that this child was 3 years old, just 3, when they started watching certain things. How does a 3... Hold on. Ruby, girl. How does a 3-year-old look up prawn? Okay, first of all, they can't. Second of all, it's not on a 3-year-old's mind. Third of all, they can't even spell. Okay, most of them can't. Bless their hearts, right? How is that happening? But then again, what does this woman consider prawn? Was it a Disney movie and there was a smooch? How? Like, what is prawn to her, right? It could be anything. Just saying. Okay. At 3 years old, so I know many of you already know this. You're also very smart, but a child's brain cannot comprehend what that act is. A child's brain cannot comprehend what that is. It is so damaging to a child's brain to see this type of stuff, okay, that many of them get CPTSD and they struggle till they're about probably like 20s or 30s, which is like so horrible, okay? If a child is exposed to this type of material so early, first of all, how did that happen even? I don't want to know, but that has to be known to the court because, girl, what? How did a 3-year-old get a hold of that? What? Okay. Their brain cannot comprehend. It's so damaging. It's no bueno. Very bad, okay? They have no comprehension of what the act is, for one, and they have no way of wrapping their mind around that this is meant to be love, and then they have a skewed concept of what love is. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But they don't understand that this is meant to be an act of love, right? It's not associated with it. And that's oh, so horrific. So she's really out here trying to save herself by whipping her kids under the bus. Thank you. I'll show you the whole thing in a second. But yeah, she just whipped them right under the bus, y'all. Ruby. That shows you just how selfish of a person she is. Okay, if this was true, why didn't you get your child help? Let me just ask. If this was true, why no therapy? If this was true, why did you not do more? Hey, what's up, you guys? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining me. You're so amazing. If you guys haven't already, do check out Wolf's channel as well, because they do amazing art and they're super awesome. So yeah, I know you guys know this is already super destructive for the child's brain, okay? And she really is. She's trying to save herself, y'all. She said, forget y'all. You want to burn down my house? I'm going to take y'all down with me. That's what she said. She said, y'all coming down with me. Woo! She affected, they're saying that this affected another child in their family to be a deviant. First of all, let me say, again, I grew up going to many different churches. In fact, my best friend, their family is Mormon. And let me tell you what, I stayed the night over there a bunch of times. I know those people from back of my hand, backside forward, okay? I know these Mormon people. There are some really amazing Mormon people out there. She wouldn't have been my best friend if she wasn't amazing, okay? But some families are uber strict. Some families are like, you wear a skirt, boo-boo. You don't wear pants, boo-boo. You go to church every Sunday, boo-boo, right? They're very strict, okay? And that's not even being very strict to be like, oh, you might want to do church every Sunday, right? That's not even the strictest part. But you get the idea of where I'm trying to go with that. Some families more stricter than others. This does not mean it's the Mormon faith as a whole that is to blame for this. It is the strictness within the Mormon faith that causes people to lose their bonkers, and some of them take it way too far, okay? And what happens then? Your kids grow up sheltered and confused and not understanding a lick of snap about nothing. They don't know nothing about their hormones. They don't know nothing about growing up as a teenager. They don't know nothing about the natural things and processes that your body and mind and hormones go through as you age. So it's a really confusing time for them. It really is. Their parents, they're not going to say nothing. They're not going to say nothing. Why? They're too holy of a people to speak it out their lips. No, it's because they just don't want to, because they're too selfish. That's what it is, y'all. It's sad, okay? Imagine how hard it is on these kids. Imagine how hard it is on the other siblings, for one. Like, those poor other siblings, oh my goodness. If this was true and the child did do these things, the child is not the monster. The child is more of a victim than we could ever have imagined. The child is in more danger than we could have ever imagined. Do not even try and place blame on a child. Like, are you kidding me? What? Where do you think the child got it from? What? Y'all, she said, my kid done bad things too. Okay? That was your defense? My kid does bad things too. Keep him away from the public. Wham, 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 wham. I swear to goodness, y'all, I cannot take it. This is why I've had neck pain for the last 2 weeks. Because I keep smashing my head off things. I cannot imagine. The child is even more of a victim. The child is not to blame. The child did not, they didn't have a say what home they were born into, what family they were born into, where they grew up, who they grew up with, and the parents that were so strict upon them. Okay? We cannot blame a child for growing up in the environment that they did. And also, little buggy. If the environment you grew up in is sick, then how are you supposed to end up well, right? Like, how does that happen, right? It just doesn't, okay? Ooh, my computer's telling me, wrap it up, girl. You gotta go. Okay. So, again, we can't blame this child. And why didn't they get the kid help, by the way? This is another thing. Please hit the like if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. Why wouldn't they get the kid help? If this is so, and your kid's been doing this, okay, and they said to 20 people, y'all, first of all, your kid's not even in school. What 20 people does your kid know? You freaking weirdo. Ruby, that makes no sense. When could this have happened, Ruby? When was your child going around being a Mr., I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to make a joke right now. I cannot handle it. Y'all, when, if this child is being taped up, locked up, left at home alone, What 20 people did they go out and do this to? Hmm? 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 Oh, right. Doesn't sound like they could have. Doesn't sound like there was even an opportunity to do so. What is wrong with these people, y'all? So, another thing is her claims have no proof. And Kevin, you sick, weak, feeble man. Ugh. Listen, a man with no backbone, bleh, disgusting. Get him away from me. No, thank you. Where are your morals? Like, where are your values? Why weren't you there for your kids? He said, she crazy. My kids loved you. -1, 7 passengers. He said, let me out the car. Y'all, I'm sorry, I cannot. He is just as much to blame. I cannot. That is like such a weak, spineless piece of dirt. And I called him a butthole because he's a terrible person. I think that he's a part of it, and there's no denying that, okay? We have a little bit more to go. Hopefully I can get this finished up before the computer just turns off. But listen, y'all, it's madness, okay? Where was the treatment? Why didn't they get this child help? Why didn't they take action? Why wouldn't they, okay? When you grow up in an environment that is so sick, what do you expect to happen? By the way, they said there was a victim in the courtroom. Gee, that sounds planted. Gee, that sounds convenient. They said they have no proof, right? They can't prove this, but a victim was in the courtroom. Huh? Huh? How set up was that? Ruby, they were there to talk about you, not your kids, first of all. Time and place. Again, not many Americans understand the court system because a lot of them don't go through it, which is a really good thing. But it's no good because then you say stupid stuff out of place and your lawyer lets you, and the lawyer should be fired because holy crap, he screwed her. She's screwed, y'all. Why would you have your kids alone for days in a home if you thought that they were doing stuff to one another? Y'all, what? What sense does this make? She said battle royale. Let them live it out. We're going to lock the doors and leave them there for days. Kevin is not innocent. He needs to be held accountable as well. Why weren't you there for your kids? Why didn't you take your kids out of this circumstance? It's weird. It's gross, and you should have protected them. And it's partially your fault to blame because you didn't protect them, okay? You're just as bad as that stupid mom who was Instagramming and her 3-year-old baby went down a water slide and never came back, okay? You're just as dumb. You're just as dumb. It's not okay. It's deadly. Like, these are not just... Silence is deadly. Kevin was being silent. You're a gross person, Kevin. You're just as much to blame. And right now, it sounds like Ruby is doing a foxhole prayer. What does that mean? It's when you only pray when you're in a hot seat circumstance, right? You only pray or do certain things when you're at the point of you have no return. You say, dear God, I've done something so terrible. Yes, you have, Ruby. Yes, you have. It's time to repent, baby. She said to her children, repent, make all these lists, right? They got to the point where they made things up. It's time for you to repent, boo-boo. It's time for you to really ask God, what have I done so wrong? Because he'll tell you. You're angry, fierce God, he'll tell you, okay? Our loving God, he'll tell you. So, did they plan this victim? I don't know. This was all Ruby's actions, not her children's. This was about Ruby's actions, not her children's. Why didn't you get your kid help if he was truly this horrible monster? Disgusting. She exposed her family more than they could have ever imagined. They felt uncomfortable before. Well, now it's all out there, Ruby. Wow. Just wow. The children act... This is another really important part. Children act out in all kinds of ways because of abuses, right? They act out in all kinds of ways. Was the child acting out in a sensual way because of the abuse? Very likely. Y'all, it's so awful. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm so sorry to have to tell you about this, but what 3-year-old is watching that crap? Where does he find it? And what the hell is going on with the world? I'm disgusted. I'm feeling nauseous, and I don't like any of it. I don't. But if you haven't already, please check me out on Whatnot, Team Bonbon Daisy, where you can get these awesome tie-dyes. Let me show you this awesome outfit. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cool. Yeah. So it's darker waves. It's like the whole set, and I had to get like one piece at a time because your girl has to focus on the king, okay? So I acquired the skirt first, and then I got the top later. But it was totally worth it. It's like all of my allowance that I get, you know, my 40 cents from YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. That's how I acquired this. But I'm so excited, and it doesn't matter because I'm selling my clothes anyways, baby, on Whatnot. So if you want my cool threads, if you like my cool threads, if you want to wear my clothes, you can buy them on Whatnot. Huh? You didn't get to see it? Oh no. Oh, right. Oh my God. That's my blonde moment for today. Thank you, Kel. I'm like, really? Bye. Okay. Listen, y'all. Treat your kids well, okay? Treat them with love and compassion. Give them privacy, okay? Don't force religion and spirituality on them. Allow them to create their own path in life, okay? That's all. I'm so disturbed by this person. I don't even know what else to say. I'm like literally physically sick in my stomach, and I have to just go hold my son now. Because what the? I don't get it. I don't get why they're willing to risk it all for that. For the money, honey. You know what I do? I take care of my family and my mental health first. Like, I will literally peace out from YouTube for a whole week to be with my loved ones. You know why? Because I'm not relying solely on the attention, the clicks, the views, the da-da-da, right? Like, this helps in our life. Of course it does. You guys are so amazing. Like, I'm so fortunate for that. But this isn't my life. Of course my son is my life. And Ruby will never understand that. Her kids were never her life. Social media is so toxic. Just know your limits, okay? Y'all, I know, it's a doozy. It was a doozy. I warned you it was a doozy. Let's look at 2 more paintings or 3 before I let you go, because I think it's, like I said, it's about to die anyways. But we try, y'all, we try. We're here. And like I said, if you go to Whatnot, whether you're on the browser or what, you can check all these out. There's some for sale right now, you guys. You can see my artwork. You can tell me, do you like it? Did you think I would be a better artist? Does it suck? Kind criticism is always appreciated, but some of y'all are feisty, and that's fun too, you know? Let's look at this alien, because, you know, aliens are in Peru right now, apparently. Okay, but do have a good day. Stay safe out there. Take care of your loved ones. And listen, I'll see y'all soon. If you have any ideas or topics you want me to discuss, let me know in the comments down below, okay? Don't be shy. Oh, it's gonna die, y'all. Oh, and happy birthday again. Everybody say happy birthday to Gal. Bye. We love you. Bye.